trip to the state tournament is on the line tonight in high school girls soccer. It's the top seed. The Champlin Park Rebels take on the Roseville Raiders. Hello and welcome to Champlin Park High School in Brooklyn Park. John Jacobson along with Sig Ligry, and Sig, two teams that aren't used to being in section finals in recent years at all. Champlin Park has not been to a section championship game since 2006. Roseville since 1999, so it's new for all of these girls out here to be in a spot like this with a spot in the state tourney on the line.
Yeah, and you would think that the teams would be a little bit nervous or over anxious, but they're not. Talking to the coaches, both teams are calm, they're relaxed, they're eager to play. They don't want to just be here. They want to get past this game and get into the state for those very reasons. It's been a very long time, so they want to get to state and they want to do it bad.
For James Cave's Roseville team, they have won a lot of matches late, in the last 3 minutes, often here late in the season, including here in the section playoffs. So they're making their coach a little nervous each game, but they seem to be pulling it out, and here they are tonight. Yeah,
they're the heart attack team of soccer, of girls soccer. It's winning games in the last 30 seconds or 40 seconds, and they lost one or two of the same. So no matter what the score is, forget it. This team is going to be there at the end, and they have a way to score. They have some very good players.
Rebels, no losses on the season, just a regular season tie out in Maple Grove in September. They have not had much trouble in their two section games as far as winning, 5-0 and 5-1. And tonight, Sig, the weather, not ideal, but the best of the 3 nights. It was raining and windy last Thursday, rain and snow and wind on Saturday. Tonight, a little bit of a wind. I think the rain that we had during pregame a little bit ago has passed. Cloudy and cool, but decent playing conditions tonight.
Yeah, this is great weather for player. The best place to be is on the field. You don't want to be sitting on the bench, and you don't want to be sitting in the stands either unless you're all bundled up. But I think that's going to be not going to be a major factor. We don't think it's going to rain anymore now. The field is a little bit wet from the previous rain, so we'll see what happens with the keepers. That's the play you worry most about, is making sure you get good grip on that ball or you knock it away from you, because they could slip right through your fingers.
State tournament starts next Tuesday around the state. The winner tonight will get a spot in one of those quarterfinal round games. We'll take a break and come back and start this one off. It's Roseville Champlin Park High School girls soccer coming up next on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Champlin Park, Roseville section soccer final tonight. Brooklyn Park, get ready for this 5AA championship match. Roseville starters have already been introduced. The Champlin Park starting lineup now being introduced out on the field tonight. It's a little different look at Section 5 this year. Both Centennial and Maple Grove, who played in the last 4 section finals, are out of this section. Centennial moved to Section 4. They've already advanced to the state tournament. Defeated Andover earlier today to get to state. Maple Grove playing right now against St. Michael Albertville in the Section 8 section. It shows you something about the strength of this Northwest Suburban Conference. Potentially 3 teams out of this conference could make it out of the state tournament. Last year, the last several years, they've all been in this Section 5AA.
And that's been not the concern. It's been the discussion for this year. The Northwest Suburban Conference has been so solid, so strong, so many good schools in it that almost anybody can come out of the conference and get into a section. But now that, as you said, sections are all topsy-turvy, so these teams can move forward and get into state.
So look at the section bracket and how these teams got to tonight. Champlin Park, I mentioned in the pregame, a shutout win over Park Center here last Thursday. Then defeated Spring Lake Park on Saturday. Roseville Close win over Osseo and against Mountain View as well. Again, we talked about that in the pregame too. Again, pulled both of those matches out late, but a win over both the Orioles and the Mustangs to get to tonight, the 2 seed in this section against the 1 seed Champlin Park. Better win late than not win at all, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You'll take that every time.
I'll take it.
This is a grass field. Champlin Park plays almost exclusively on grass, with all the Anoka-Hennepin schools have grass for high schools, their high school fields. And Roseville, conversely, has only played 2 games on grass, almost exclusively on turf at both their home games and a lot of their matches in the Suburban East. So probably an advantage for Champlin Park just because they're more familiar with the service overall, although yesterday Roseville did train on grass to get ready for tonight. We'll take a break and come back, and we'll start this match between Roseville and Champlin Park next.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Champlin Park 16-0-1. Roseville area 12-5-1 coming into tonight's matchup. Raiders in the white with the black numbers. Champlin Park in their home navy with the white numbers. And you mentioned both the coaches excited for their teams, and then said they're both
Relaxed.
They're all relaxed. They're all
Yeah.
ready to go. As you look at the starting lineup for both of these teams, a good Raiders team that's really had a nice season under Coach James Cave, and looking to get to state for the first time in 20 years. They had a state championship team back in 1988, and one of the players from that team talked to the girls actually today before they came over here about what it's like to get to state and about being the underdog.
Yep.
And so they're fired up by that. Champlin Park, look at their starters, a good solid team that they've had. A lot of these girls were on the team last year when they lost to Centennial in the section semifinals, and I think that experience helped them a little bit to prepare for this year's section tournament and be ready to play tonight. As you look at Malia Brady in goal for Champlin Park. We are underway. Clock is running, and we are underway with the section final. Winner going to state next week. First possession down in the Champlin Park end. Sig, what do you look for early to see, what are the keys for these teams to try to get off to a good start?
I think for Champlin Park, it's going to be controlling the ball, possessing it well, moving the ball up to the midfield and set up their forwards. For Roseville, pretty much the same, but they got to stay in the game. Don't give Champlin Park an early goal or two, and then it'll be an uphill battle.
Rebels moving the ball up the right side as he quick hit it. Knocked out of play, and they'll throw it in from that far side. Trying to get the ball ahead to Maley Mathis. Tack put it in front. And early stop by Bella DiGiorno, the senior co-captain, along with Callie Tuan. Makes the play and gets the ball out to midfield. Now the Rebels tagging again, trying to get the through ball ahead. A little too far and get an offside. Trying to spring Julia Sullivan on that play. Raiders will get it across midfield on the free kick. Knocked down there by Kate Hogg. Played away down the left side.
You can see the Champlin defense, all 4 defenders back there, staying in their position, staying at home. That's usually a good sign.
Throw in for Champlin Park is quick. Hits it ahead to Mathis, and now out of play, and a throw in for Roseville. Pass missed there. Chip ahead by Grace Marshalik. Knocked down by the Raiders. And they'll send it down the left side, out of play. Too far for Hogg. Throw in Champlin Park. Quick trying to advance the ball. Got blocked and sent back toward midfield. Raiders chip it to the middle of the field, then back to Champlin Park's possession. Sullivan's pass gets headed back by the Raiders.
Roseville doing a pretty good job early on in the midfield, getting the takeaways and maintaining control and putting the ball right back into the offensive zone.
Roseville now. Chip toward the middle of the field, toward the front of the net. Hogg trying to chase it down, and does. Sullivan will clear it away for Champlin Park. And out of play. Get a throw in here for the Raiders.
Good look there, number 10, Julia Sullivan. Another throw for the Raiders towards the goal area. I think cleared out nicely by Elizondo.
Ball played to the middle of the field, a little bit past Marie Nottestead and into the hands of Malia Brady. First touch on the ball, gets it out to midfield. Raiders miss on a short pass, and the Rebels have it. Pass ahead, trying to hit it to Mathis, cleared out by the Raiders. Throw in for the Rebels. Quick's throw in. Mathis, she'll chip it toward the front of the net. Sullivan's there, but the Raiders clear it away. Back in control, it's Megan Carlson for Champlin Park. We're going to play it through, and it's offside on Mathis.
Well, certainly had the right idea to charge in there for Mathis.
Skips all the way down deep into the Rebels' end and then intercepted. Pass picked off by Nottestead. She'll get another chance at it, and her pass broken up. A long shot, but well wide and high by Tuomainen. Tuomainen's had a great season. James Cave talked to us about her fifth-year player for her. He's in his 5th year coaching. They've gone through the highs and the lows, and definitely riding a high right now. As you look at Coach Caves, I mentioned 5th year here at Roseville, had a lot of coaching success. A number of years at Benilde St. Margaret's and state tournament for them, and trying to get this Raiders program back to state for the first time in 2 decades. Raiders left side of the pitch, trying to move it to the middle of the field, broken up.
Well, I guess any way you look at it, somebody's going to have a first. Roseville's been doing a very good job of controlling the ball in the midfield. They're winning the 50-50s, and they're also doing pretty good on the takeaways.
Carlson will get it up to midfield, clear to the sideline and out of play. Off of Lauren Nottestead and out. Throw in for the Rebels. Raiders will chip it back across midfield. Rebels trying to keep it in on that far side, still in play. And now the Rebels control. It's Carlson. Trying to get a little run going. Gets across midfield. Chipped ahead right side and broken up nicely by the Raiders. And then driven back across midfield down into the Champlin Park end, where Brady will come out to play it.
Just a slight wind going from left to right that may slow down those kicks coming from that side.
Play throw in coming for the Raiders. Throw in from Trista Grunner. Sullivan gets it at midfield. Up the left side and touched out of bounds. There by Rayleigh Wallace. Throw in coming for Champlin Park. Sullivan looks in, gets the ball back into play, headed by Roseville back toward their net, but easily cleared out of danger. Up toward midfield, trying to control it there as Hogg, and out of play. Off Champlin Park. Throw in Roseville. Marie Nottestead putting it in play. Rebels get it back. It's Carlson. Across midfield, off ahead. Trying to get it to Mathis, and a nice defensive play by Wallace to keep that out of danger.
There's a foul called on Roseville, but advantage.
Out of play, throw in Champlin Park. Carlson, short pass on her left to Sullivan. Mathis trying to get it back to Sullivan, and Grunner in between those two players breaks it up. Now onto the foot of Marie Nottestead. Short pass near midfield. Chipped left side. And then back off the foot of Lauren Nottestead as the Raiders look to regroup. Send it back across midfield. Driven deep by Wallace. Turning and out of play. Rebels couldn't keep it in on that pass, and Raiders will get the throw in. Rain falling now. We have passed 10 minutes to play here, expired rather, here in the first half. Onto the foot of Paige Kalla. Kalla's had an outstanding freshman season. Plays the ball to Sullivan. Chip it ahead right side, race for the ball. Quick colliding there with Lauren Nottestead, and Quick's going to get whistled for the foul. Free kick for Roseville coming.
Well, we have a nice freeze play. Here it comes. Nice long forward kick, and she just bowls right over. Quick is considerably taller than the defender and just ran right over Champlin Park with some moves.
Mathis to Sullivan, a little stunner step. Defender
offside.
In and offside again on Champlin Park. 3 times have been called on that so far here in the opening half. Keith Pavelka, first-year head coach at Champlin Park, did a great job with this team so far, and he's got state tournament coaching experience as well, like James Cave did as the coach at Hopkins for many seasons. in the state tournament not too many years ago, and now here at Champlin Park.
And we know how storied the Hopkins Royals were.
Driven by Maya Elizondo. Move up the right sideline. Now the Raiders finally get it back. Tuamanen lofting it ahead. Ball's loose in the middle. Here's a chance for the Raiders. Nice little step in and a shot on net. And a save made by Malia Brady. Kate Hogg, the sophomore midfielder, got free for a chance. It was a nice move there. Didn't get a lot on that shot, but did get it away.
A great idea. Just couldn't get that left foot down with enough power to give him more velocity heading for the keeper. Champlin Park again advancing up. Finally got their counterattack working.
Collins pass for Carlson. It's broken up by Wallace. Here comes Kala, makes a move inside one player, but not a second. It's cleared back out. Here's Carlson. Sullivan's on the left side.
It's got two forwards with her. If she can get it across, takes a shot and it's blocked.
Ball goes back.
By good hustle by Delaney. Sorry, Lauren Notstad for Roseville.
Tuamanen and Mathis collide. Mathis has the ball. Broken up by Wallace. Carlson again. Laid it again, and out comes Giorno before Sullivan can get to the ball.
Good play by Sullivan. Put the pressure on the keeper. Make her come up there and make contact with the ball.
Carlson, or excuse me, that was Tuamanen for Roseville, playing it down in the Rebels' end. Champlin Park quickly getting it back. Kala feeding it. Another offside.
That's number 4.
"25 minutes to go. First half, no score. Raiders and Rebels. Teams that advance to the state tournament. The coaches will see the tournament this weekend. Pairings will be announced, and then one of these teams will have a match either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday of next week. You just don't know. As you look at Champlin Park, we mentioned never been in the state tournament, haven't been to a section final even in 13 years. Roseville, a lot of state tournament appearances between 88 and 99, but 99 is the last one for the Raiders. And even the last time in the section final for Roseville came in 99. So uncharted territory for this generation of players, and then both sides.
In the game for Rebels, number 3, sophomore Allie Hartig.
Header at midfield by Allie Hartig of Champlin Park. Carlson.
Offside.
Another offside.
5. I'm going to have to ask Willie to start tracking those.
Gonna earn his keep. Look at it again, Sig.
See it again. Obviously offside, way offside. There were 2 players in offside position. Just a little bit anxious to get that counter working.
Roseville putting some pressure on the ball, forcing the Rebels to retreat a little bit, where they start their attack again. Middle of the field, cleared by Grundner of Roseville. Onto the foot of Marie Nottestad. And a nice step-in move by Delaney Johnson to take it away for Champlin Park. Then given back to the Raiders. To Wamanen. And the Rebels take it away. Here's Kala. Kala, the step onto Wamanen. Gets by another Roseville player. Freed. Loose in front. Chance for the Rebels. They can't control it, though. They have to chase it down. They do keep it in play. And then sliding back into the play with Marie Nottestad to knock it out.
Delaney Johnson doing a good job of having that one, getting the throw in.
To Hardig. Middle of the field. Driven by Roseville. Back out of play. Got out of danger. Force the Rebels to work toward the net again. Johnson will throw it in. Trying to get it to Kala. And Tuamanen sends that back out to midfield. Oh, here come the Raiders. It was off the foot of Kim LaPaul, and Hardig has it for the Rebels. Johnson turning, battling along with Farsi for the ball, or Grunner for the ball. Back down to the Rebels' end. Onto the foot of Mathis. And out of play. Throw in for the Rebels. From midfield. Rebels looking to move it up again. Here's Carlson. And feed it to Johnson. Well defended by Trista Grunner. It was taken away from Mathis, and now Hardig has it for Champlin Park. Feeds it off for Kala. Plays the ball in the middle of the field. And cleared out by Roseville, by Drew Johnston.
Roseville on the counter.
No score midway through the first half. Section 5AA Girls Soccer Championship. Range return. Here's a chance for Champlin Park. It's Delaney Johnson. Turns, crosses it to the middle. Raiders clear it out.
Nice cross, but nobody was there to knock it in.
Out of play, throw in Rebels.
Throwing again for the Rebels.
Well, across midfield by Champlin Park. Pass missing there and intercepted by Marie Nottestad. Nottestad playing it ahead. To Wamanen.
Advantage.
Yep, that was Wallace rather. Now it's come back out to midfield and driven down by the Raiders on the right side. And take away by Lindsey Carlson of Champlin Park. Now it's Hardig. Up in the air by Mathis, battling there with Lauren Nottestad. Shot chipped toward the net, and Brady making the save. drives it all the way out to midfield. Raiders punch it in the air, back across on the Rebels side of midfield. Short pass, return, and then sent out by the Rebels. Gives the Raiders a throw in. Champlin Park got it back briefly, and the Raiders will send it back down to the Rebels' end again. Pass ahead, Johnson, but way too far out in front for her, and DeJarno able to play it out of the Raiders' net.
That time the rules defense came back and covered that well.
Here come the Raiders with Carlson. Pass ahead by Champlin Park, or by the Raiders rather, and now it's back to the Rebels' Bella Vanavong, and out, she'll throw it in. Raiders again knocking out of play, another throw in coming for the Rebels. Mathis put it back into play. Carlson turning and it taken away. Here come the Raiders with Marie Nottestad to the sideline. Nottestad fighting Lindsey Carlson for it. Nottestad intercepts. Ball in the middle, a shot, and Brady the save.
Roseville having a distinct advantage so far in shots and shots on goal.
Watch the shot again coming up here from Kimmy LaPalme.
Good shot, good save. Roseville again keeping it in the Rebel zone. Finally getting it up. That's going to be picked up by the Roseville defense.
Sent out by Julia Freed. Throw in for Champlin Park.
Wow, that was kind of a mistake. They had control of the ball and they had players in the back. I'm surprised they didn't just pass it around and bring the ball forward. But
long shot, knocked toward the net, well wide of the goal. DeJarno will play it. Keeps it away from Delaney Johnson. Handball called on Champlin Park. Free kick here for the Raiders.
No, I thought it was pretty good.
Good call there by center referee. It's Ty Biasco. And we'll give you the assistant referees in a moment when we have a little bit of a lag.
Rebels pass to the head, left side. Race to the ball. Carlson has it for the Rebels. Megan Carlson played in the middle. It gets broken up. From midfield.
So just do whatever you want.
Mathis dropping it back. Rebels miss on a pass. Cleared ahead. It's going to roll out of play. Roseville will get a throw in. 13-20 to play here in the first half. It howled back in.
Johnston with the throw for the Raiders.
I think they're going to take a look at Marie Nottestad. She's came off the field and headed up with the trainer.
Raiders off to throw in. Shot toward the net. Gets blocked by the defender, Lauren Gauthier. Raiders get another throw in. Julia Sullivan coming back in for the Rebels. And Allison Wehrman, number 3 for Roseville. Johnson out for Champlin Park. And Tuwamanen gets out a rest for the Raiders.
With the throw for the Raiders.
Leah Brady getting her
equipment
tied,
assistance.
Yeah. A little help from her teammate. Now we get the throw in for the Raiders. Long one deflected off the defender by Carlson, right back to Brady. Champlin Park pass gets intercepted. Wallace broke up that last play, and Champlin Park will reset into Carlson.
See if they switch. Nope, they go right up the middle.
Good win there by Kala on that ball. Here's Carlson to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to play it through. Broken up. Gets another shot at it, putting it on net. A save. Another one by DiGiorno. She's way out of the net. Ball is loose, and then Carlson's going to get whistled for a foul.
Fans not happy about that one. We see it again. Sullivan with a pass coming in the inside. A lot of traffic there, and somehow manages to keep the ball out of trouble. But Champlin Park now starting to assert a little bit of offensive pressure.
Carlson played up toward midfield to Sullivan. Back to Lindsey Carlson, hopping it further back. Elizondo, short pass ahead. Now the Raiders have it. Here comes Roseville. Haug trying to get a step on the defender. She'll go down. Vanabong back there defensively to take her off the play. Carlson slips, gets right back up, but her pass is intercepted. Too far for Haug on this pass. Cleared by the Rebels out, and we'll get a throw in for Roseville.
And Tuwamanen comes back in again for the Raiders. Keep an eye on number 24, Marie Nottestad, the junior. She's still down at the end of the bench. The trainer was working on her a few minutes ago. Hopefully nothing serious. There she is. Putting her coat on. I wonder if she's going to be done for the half.
Wamanen trying to get some space to work free, and broken up by Gauthier of Champlin Park. Rebels get it back to midfield now.
And again, Roseville hounding them, attacking the ball. As soon as they see a blue jersey, they go after it.
Sullivan, he keeps it in play, but the Raiders get it out to midfield. They're going to rule the last one was out of play. Throw in for the Rebels. Sullivan trying to advance it to Carlson. Sent out by the Raiders, going to throw in. As he quick returns to the lineup for Champlin Park. Comes to the net and scooped up by DiGiorno. To midfield.
To be honest, I was only thinking of myself, not the player.
Back to the Rebels' end. Header. Played by the Raiders across midfield. Whistle. And a foul called on Champlin Park.
Look at number 10, Sullivan. She's been busy this half.
Rebels. Send it to the right side. Mathis steps inside two defenders. Here comes Maylee Mathis for Champlin Park.
Wow, a defender slipped down just in front of Mathis, but she didn't see her.
Ahead, Carlson gets to it, onside. Carlson, a shot away. DiGiorno got a piece of it and deflected it up over the crossbar and out of play. Best scoring chance for either side tonight.
That's the best quality shot we've seen. Here it is again. Coming from the outside. Carlson just gets there. And now golden opportunity for the Rebels for a set play.
Kala will take the corner kick.
This is our first look at their corner set play. Let's see if they go high and outside. They do.
Missed, trying to hit Carlson with it.
That missed everybody.
Back to Lindsay Carlson. Up toward midfield. Now the Raiders get it back. Here's Haug. Kate Haug for Champlin Park, and nicely defended by the Rebels. Sent it across midfield but out of play. On a good defensive play. Mike Osseo there for the Rebels. Down to 4:35 to play in a scoreless first half.
What we said at the top of the game for Roseville, what they want to do is stay close, not give up 1 or 2 goals early in the game, and they've been doing exactly that.
Their 2-section games so far, 1-0, 2-1.
So we're not going to see any action until the last 30 seconds.
That's kind of been their MO here, especially late in the year.
Let's see if Champlin Park can get on track again.
Mathis with it for the Rebels. In some traffic. Got it briefly to Carlson. The Raiders then clear it.
Roseville's been dropping back their midfielders. They're ending up with 6 or 7 defenders. And while I have a moment going back to the officials, the center referees, Ty Biasco. AR1 is Nick Butcher. AR2 is RKD Takachu. And the 4th referee is Michelle Warren.
With the throw.
And have a Raiders throw in here. Quickly intercepted by Champlin Park. Knocked out of bounds by the Raiders. Throw in for the Rebels. quick to put it in play. Guarded by the Raiders, right back out. They'll try again. The ball comes into Mathis and out of play. It's off a Raiders defender, and another corner kick coming here for Champlin Park with 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Kala will set it up.
Much deeper this time into the center. Held in by the Rebels for now, and then deflected will be controlled by the Raiders, and here they come again.
Out through midfield. Roseville trying to mount an attack, getting free. Ella Horsted, and kind of taken away and cleared out by Champlin Park.
Yeah, that was a nice transition, nice counter by the Roseville Raiders, coming all the way down for a shot, but that was blocked.
Hardig got back defensively, made the good play there for the Rebels to stop that rush for the Raiders. Down to 1.5 minutes to play. Throw in for Champlin Park. Goes ahead to Mathis.
She's all by herself.
Plays it to the middle of the field on the Sullivan's foot. A shot. Oh, it just missed wide.
What a nice turn and shoot that was. Mathis gets the ball. They were outnumbered 5-2 almost. Watch Mathis with the cross. Sullivan gets it, takes a shot. Tries to get the upper corner, but just a little bit to the left of the upright.
DiGiorno playing it away. Mathis got a piece of it, and then cleared back away by Wallace. Rebels send it back down deep again, but the Raiders are there. Out of play. Throw in for Roseville. Grundner getting it in play. Rebels skid it back down to 10 seconds to go. Maybe chance for something quick.
Offside.
There's the offside call, and that is the end of the first half. Rebels with more scoring chances than Roseville, especially late there in the half. The scoreboard still reads 0-0.
And that's what they wanted to do. If you're a Roseville Raider fan, stick with them. They're accomplishing that. I like the way they've been moving the ball around. I like the way they've been attacking, not giving the Rebels an awful lot of opportunities. As you said, the last 10 minutes is when the Rebels came up with their opportunities to get their shots on goal.
But still no score. Roseville, Champlin Park, 0-0. Back with more Section 5 AA Girls Soccer on CCX after this.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Cool night at Brooklyn Park tonight for section soccer. Champlin Park of Roseville, no score at halftime. Just look at some highlights from the opening 40 minutes tonight. Roseville, not a lot of scoring chances, but a nice move there by Kate Hogg to get the ball in on net. On Malia Brady. A longer one here. Probably that best scoring chance there. Not that Brady had a lot of trouble with that one, but had to move a little bit. And Roseville able to get that one on net. Champlin Park able to put a little more pressure on the other end. Bella DiGiorno, nice aggressive play here coming out for the ball, not allowing the Raiders, or Rebels rather, a scoring chance there. They did get a couple late in the half. Megan Carlson deflected by DiGiorno up and out of play. And then Mathis, a nice pass here. Juliet Sullivan just missed, tagging that upper left corner of the net, and we remain at 0-0. The Rebels getting some chances, but unable to convert anything so far in the first half of play. To look at the shots and the shots on goal so far, pretty even. Fouls 5-1 for Rebels. They had 2 corner kicks, none for the Raiders in the first half.
Well, the thing about the numbers that's a little bit misleading is that the Rebels were not getting shots or shots on goal until about maybe the last 10 minutes of the first half, when they finally started getting control in the midfield and sending the ball up and finally getting some opportunities.
We talked about this as a newly rebuilt sections 5AA, so to speak, this year, with teams being shuffled off to different sections, including Maple Grove and Centennial, who played in the last 4 section championships. Centennial has won earlier today. They have advanced on to the state tournament out of Section 4. Maple Grove playing in Section 8 championship right now against St. Michael Albertville. So a chance for perhaps 3 Northwest Suburban Conference teams to advance on to state. But it's been a lot of Centennial, especially in Section 5AA over the last decade or so. And Maple Grove winning the last 2 over the Cougars in the section final. And here's the current bracket for this year. The 8 teams that make up Section 5AA in 2019. Champlin Park, the 1 seed, taking care of Park Center. Roseville won their game against Osseo to get to the next round. Roseville defeating Moundsview on Saturday. Champlin Park won at home here against Spring Lake Park, and that brings us to tonight's championship. So it's been good. 40 minutes of play. Roseville doing exactly what you said, Sig, keeping it close, playing well defensively, not giving up a lot of chances. Haven't generated much themselves offensively, but you only need 1 chance, right?
In the last minute of play, right? You just kind of get that feeling that it's going to come down to that. Both teams playing well on defense. They're staying home, staying their ground, and not giving up any really good quality shot. The best quality shot was Carlson, when she had that shot that went over the keeper.
We'll take time out. We'll come back. More soccer from Champlin Park in a moment on CCX.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
yes.
You, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
We're ready for the start of the second half. Champlin Park and Roseville, one team one halfway to the state tournament. But somebody's got to get a goal here. No score through the first 40 minutes. I think reason for both teams to be optimistic. For Roseville, hey, we're playing these guys head-to-head. They're the number one team in the state, haven't lost all year. For Champlin Park, they're going to say, you know, we're getting our chances. Eventually, we're going to convert.
Well, they've been doing a great job holding them off. I added up the numbers for Champlin Park. They've scored 58 goals this year and given up 8.
Carlson thought she had stayed onside, but Megan Carlson whistled offside. And another whistle here.
And the good news for Roseville fans, Marie Nottestad, number 24, is in the lineup right now, starting the second half.
She had gone out with a first half injury. Played up the right side by Mathis. Carlson trying to get the ball again. It's played out by Roseville. Throw in Champlin Park by Mathis. Lofting it, trying to get it to Megan Carlson. Raiders, nice job keeping it in play by Wareham. Then Champlin Park gets it back. Far side is Sullivan. And played away and out. And it's off of Champlin Park. Throw in for the Raiders.
Nice defensive play there. Ricochet the ball off, get the stop the offense, and get a throw-in out of it.
Rebels work it back toward midfield. Drop it all the way back to Elizondo. We'll drive it across midfield, out of play. Throw in Roseville.
We'll see if that's a pattern for the Rebels, is to shoot the ball up and then go chasing after it rather than try and penetrate the midfield and defense. Wow.
Good takeaway by the Raiders. A good play by Marie Nottestad. Out to midfield. Take away for Champlin Park. Briefly, and then the Raiders get it back. Ball got up on the win there, so they try to feed it ahead to Wamanen. Rebels get it back. Chipping out to midfield, header back by the Raiders.
Nice.
Wamanen turning, and Rebels take it away.
Boy, that was a nice turnaround. Let's try it again. This time the defense is right there. But I don't think they're going to clear it all the way out.
Giveaway by Champlin Park. Lauren Nottestad has it. Got some space there. Trying to get it between the two defenders and can't. And driven back ahead by Champlin Park. Megan Carlson has it.
Fighting for the ball, and now it takes off. Has 3 other players where they're trying to set up something.
Trying to bring Mathis free and can't.
Good look there at Sullivan. Boy, she had a really good first half. Aggressive on the plate, making good choices.
DiGiorno gets it out on the goal kick. Nottestad playing it ahead for Wehrman. across midfield by the Raiders now. Knocked down on the header by Nottestead. Comes Roseville. Trying to get something working toward the goal. Horsted had played away from her out by Champlin Park. Throw in for the Raiders. Played out by Lindsay Carlson. Kick toward the front of the Rebels net.
Here's
shot goes well wide of the net. Goal kick for Champlin Park.
That was so far out. I'm not sure if Willie's going to mark that one, but I think he did. First shot of the second half, and we're about 5 minutes in. So again, we're going back to the ball possession and good defense and some takeaways.
Raiders have it. Pass a little bit behind Wehrman. That allows the Rebels to clear it up to midfield. Mathis. Played by the Raiders now. Mathis will throw it in now. Back toward the middle of the field. The Van Avon. Out of Champlin Park trying to advance it. Here's Kala trying to play it through and just a little bit too far for teammates, and DiGiorno able to pick it up.
That's kind of what they were trying in the first half, trying to get that ball advanced up there in the center. But in the first half, they kept getting offside.
Here's Carlson. Their pass gets broken up, gets it back though. Carlson able to get past a couple of defenders, but not a third. And the Raiders cleared back out to midfield. Sent by Tuwamanen on the right side. Cleared back to the middle of the field. Onto the foot of Horsted. And out to midfield. Header by the Raiders back toward their own defensive end, where Wallace has to go back for it and play it out.
And again, Roseville content to just push it over the touchline, get the offense stopped, and give up the throw in. And again, you start counting the players for Roseville. They got 8 or 9 players back there. They got one person up on top, and that's it. Everybody else is on defense.
Cross coming to Hardig, trying to get it back to Mathis, and that's broken up by the Raiders. We'll get another Champlin Park throw in, but Rebels starting to turn up the pressure here a little bit in these last couple of minutes.
Tried for a give and go, but this one's going to go nowhere.
Out of play, wide of the net. Goal kick coming for Roseville.
Yeah, a little bit of a shank on that one as Baldwin heading off to the right side. Let's go look at Bella Vonavong, number 7. Sophomore defender.
Carlson chips in out in front. Mathis trying to get to it, and DiGiorno comes up and makes the stop, and a nice defensive play as well there by Lauren Nottestead. Kind of impeded the play of Mathis to not allow her to get a clean shot away there.
Did a great job of just getting in the way, and then
without committing a foul.
Right.
Yeah, there was a foul there though. But look at this play again.
Watch the defender right here. Just stands in her wake and lets the ball go harmlessly back to the keeper.
They'll go with the short pass here to Van Avong. And wide of the net and out of play. Goal kick for Roseville.
Champlin Park trying to assert itself on offense, but the Roseville defense has been up to the task.
goal kick goes right out of bounds and allows Champlin Park to get a throw in. Carlson turning. Oh, Carlson gets herself free, trying to get around the defender and cut off nicely by Julia Freed. But another throw in coming for Champlin Park.
This is being marked tightly by Laura Nottestad.
Vanavong unable to keep it in play. Throw in coming for Roseville. Throw in by Lauren Nottestad. Another throw in for Champlin Park. Ball comes into Kala. Pass to the middle of the field and clear to the right by Benson, but in play. And Roseville has possession. Briefly as it's picked off at midfield by Champlin Park. Marshalick had a put on it to the sideline and out. Throw in Roseville. Hit Hong, number 25, coming back in for Roseville. To replace Wehrman. This will foul, or handball rather, on Roseville. We'll get the free kick here for Champlin Park. They get it quickly into play. Here's Vanavong. Trying to play it ahead, looking to free Mathis. Mathis catches up to it. Melee Mathis turning. It's double team there. Still.
Wow, somehow comes out with it.
Missed on the pass to Carlson and broken up by Wallace and cleared out for Roseville. Champlin Park trying to attack again, and Roseville another clear to midfield.
If I were Champlin Park, I would be less into these short passes up front like they are and try for a long ball and get something to happen, because like I said, they're dropping back an additional 2 or 3 midfielders and you're not going to get past that traffic.
You can see the flag there at midfield. It's definitely behind the back of the Rebels here in the second half. So
I would take
those
a shot.
Longer attempts to have a shot to get in.
And if don't go in, you can at least get a rebound and go that route. Foul call against Champlin Park.
Carlson taking Rayleigh Wallace out of the play. Look at it again.
Boy, I don't know.
Wallace, it looked like she pulled on her arm a little bit too.
She had her by the arm and dragged her down.
Right. Champlin Park keeping possession, left side into the offensive zone. Pass to the middle, the Raiders broke it up. Back to the Rebels.
Yeah, they got 9 defenders right now. Offside. That's like 9.
Throw in for, free kick for Roseville by Freed. Keeps it low and out of the wind, but came right to Mathis. Raiders get it back. Intercepted by Vanavong. Mathis back to Vanavong. And taken away by Roseville. By Tuwamanen. Out across midfield comes Roseville. Rebels regain control. Lindsey Carlson sending it deep. Mathis is free, but DiGiorno's going to get to the ball first.
Had the right idea, just couldn't quite execute it. I like Mathis. He's got good speed, good ball control. We've seen him several times dribble the ball past a defender. So you want to get her into the action. Come
the Rebels again. They'll push it toward the net. DiGiorno will scoop it up. Played 14 minutes here, second half. Still no scoring in tonight's match. Winner to state. Ball knocked down at midfield by Lindsey Carlson off the goal kick. Mathis trying to turn. Denied there. Carlson will play to her left, ahead by Marshallek. Intercepted by Tuomanen. Roseville from midfield. Dropped back to Lauren Nottestead.
Again, good transition for the Raiders. They have all those midfielders playing defense, and they took off at the right time. But let's see if they can maintain possession in the midfield. They don't.
Manabong trying to come up to play that ball and couldn't, but drilled ahead here by the Rebels. Play all the way back to DiGiorno. Kala gets to the ball. Ahead from Mathis. Mathis is going to go off the Roseville defender. And a corner kick coming as it went off Lauren Nottestead in the first corner here in the second half for Champlin Park.
It's made a nice tackle, but the ball goes out of bounds over the end line. First corner of the second half. So these set plays are getting bigger and bigger, aren't they?
No doubt. Drew Johnston in for Roseville. Delaney Johnson in for Champlin Park. Off the corner. And nothing happened there at all. Comes to Mathis again, though. Mathis will drive a long one and through the uprights fit well over the net. And out of play, Roseville.
That's okay. That's what we were talking about.
Goal kick coming up for the Raiders.
Yeah, take those shots from when you're 20, 30 yards up. Make something happen. Make that defense move back so you can get a shot. Good idea here. But you don't get the 3 points.
Rebels really controlled play here in the second half.
They're putting a lot of pressure on. Here's
Mathis
the pass.
Playing it out to the middle. Right out in front of the net. Carlson trying to back out of some of that traffic.
Oh, it's got 5 players around her.
Mathis put a shot in on net. DiGiorno the save. Pretty well defended there by Roseville on Carlson as Julia Freed was right on her, but
you know what? It's tough to move the ball when it's 1-on-5. Champlin Park again being very patient in midfield, trying to set something up, but they lose possession.
Take away by the Rebels. Raiders can't keep it in play. Or is it off Champlin Park last?
Yeah, I think it's off Champlin Park.
No, they reversed it. It's going to be off. Oh, you're right. It was off the Rebels. Good battle forward to Tuomanen. Just couldn't keep possession. The Rebels send it deep. That comes Freed for it. And
whoa, that was almost interesting. That was almost dangerous. I think she underestimated the speed of the forward coming down.
Carlson, yeah.
Like we said before, she's been pretty active in this game. She was flying down that field, and DiGiorno was just there at the right time to pick it up.
Under 22 minutes to go. Carlson slipped in front. Roseville sends it out of play. Throw in for the Rebels. Sent right back out by Roseville, by Freed again.
Did he signal corner?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he signaled corner. Yeah, it is. No, it's got to be a throw-in.
Yeah.
Okay. I know my eyes aren't that great anymore, but I'm not blind. Although my seeing eye dog is sitting outside.
Goal kick coming for Roseville.
Mathis again being the aggressor. I like it.
Raiders looking for the program's first state tournament appearance since 1999. The Rebels have never been there since the school opened in the fall of '92. Girls soccer. Last section final came in 2006. Lost in a shootout to Duluth East. Here's Megan Carlson again. No one there in the blue jersey to play it to as Mathis or Wallace played it away. Through ball too far, and it's all the way to DiGiorno.
Well, but we're halfway through the second half. We've played 60 minutes with no score. Champlin Park's been knocking on the door here in the second half, but just cannot get a good quality shot. And that's because Roseville is throwing some numbers back there.
Tala playing it out on the right. Manavong broken up by Freed. Back to College. Couldn't advance it. Two players go down. A foul on Champlin Park.
And we got a player down.
Marshallek got the worst of that. Got called for the foul. Went down on her shoulder, and it gets right back up, though. And I think she's going to have to come out here, though. Or be looked at it, and then.
Oh yeah, jammed her arm into her shoulder. So she'll come out for a while while they take a look at her.
Is he quick in?
So we'll keep an eye on that.
Back into play now. After the injury timeout. At midfield, race for the ball. Carlson, it's off the Roseville player LaPalme, and another throw in for Champlin Park. Vanabong trying to get it ahead for Carlson. Back there defensively, Drew Johnston. Off Vanabong, a throw in for the Raiders. That's ahead a little bit too high for Tuwamanen. Allows the Rebels to reset with the ball. Sent by Roseville across midfield. Out of play, throw in for Roseville. Ball back into play. Driven by the Raiders toward the middle of the field. The break up by Freed on that play for Roseville. And onto the foot of Lindsey Carlson. Out of play, throw in Roseville. Under 18 minutes to go of a scoreless tie. Throw in Champlin Park. Quick gets the throw in. Out of play. Nope, still in play. Johnson able to keep it in. Now here for Champlin Park. Switch back to the right. Here up the right side. Here is Melee Mathis.
Got some help, but she can get across. And even
it's
better.
off Roseville, and it's a corner kick.
So that's even better than a shot on goal the way things are going. Get something off the set play. Coming now is Paige Kalel. So we can get something into the goal area.
Kala with the corner.
She does, but nobody there. Wow. The other ones there were wearing white jerseys.
Part of the midfield. Knocked down. There's Delaney Johnson with it. Johnson playing it ahead. Here's Carlson, and Freed gets back into the play. Offsides had already been whistled against Champlin Park.
Carlson was not happy with that set play, that set of circumstances. She wanted to get a corner kick out of it, but they were offside. And I lost track. I think it's like 10th one.
Back again to DiGiorno. She'll have another goal kick here for the Raiders. And a couple good scoring chances for Champlin Park late in the first half.
Yep.
And although they've controlled the ball a lot here in the second half, nothing you would call a terrific scoring chance here in the second half, though, at all.
No quality shots for either team, actually.
No.
Yeah, but you're right, Champlin Park's been doing a pretty good job in the back area on the defense, moving the ball around, getting the ball to midfield. They get past the midfield and they run into that gigantic wall of Roseville defenders. And they're trying to get past them, but they just can't do it.
So you and I have had our share of low-scoring soccer lately. We did Wayzata Eden Prairie Girls a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
No score. Whole match. Maple Grove Totino Grace Girls the week before that. 1 goal for Maple Grove late. And that was it.
That was in overtime.
In overtime, yes, you're right.
Yeah. Actually, I loved that game. I was so impressed with the Totino Grace defense. They're young players, and they're absolutely no fear. None whatsoever. So they just said, well, we don't care who you are. We don't care if you're the number 4 team in the state and you're AA. We can get in there and mix it right up. So yeah, you're right. We haven't been doing that well in the scoring column. But then, to be honest, section championship, you're not going to see high scores. And although Roseville's been doing a great job on defense, it's not going to matter if you can't get a goal and you give up 1.
Shot
oh,
away,
nice.
Goes wide, trying to get it maybe the Mathis actually on a pass and missed on her and out of play.
Good set, but Mathis wasn't quite there at the time. Okay, 13 minutes to go, John. Is it going to be first goal wins?
Oh, I think so. So by my count, Sig, it's now our last 247 minutes together on the air. We've had 1 goal.
Is there a message in there?
I don't know. Roseville trying to generate something, some kind of offense to, break the play at close, but at some point you really got to try to attack. And part of that, you give credit to Champlin Park. They're not allowing much, but Roseville's going to have to be aggressive here and try to see if they can get a scoring chance, perhaps here. But no, it's Rebels playing it ahead to midfield.
And again, the Rebel defense has been staying back. They'll drop back maybe 1 or 2 midfielders. But
well, Lindsay Carlson's pass just a little too far out in front of Paige Kala.
Wow, and again, they did not. Wow, I don't understand this. Roseville's been doing a good job on defense, but then they cleared over the touchline and they give up possession.
Julia Sullivan back in here for Champlin Park. Yeah,
she's already had a good game. Aggressive, good good ball handling skills.
Yeah, so ball will trickle back to DiGiorno.
You're just looking down. There's a lot of people out here watching this game.
Ball overrun a little bit at midfield and picked back up. Marshallek, who was out injured briefly, number 6 back in for Champlin Park, had a touch on the ball there a moment ago. Now here's Sullivan. Trying to play it ahead for Carlson, broken up nicely by Wallace. Out of play by Roseville, throw in Champlin Park. There's the throw in ball. Knocked down, controlled, trying to squeeze through was Carlson. Goes down, no call, play on. And a Vaughn. Off to Lindsey Carlson, now to Mathis. Hooks it toward the net on a bounce. DiGiorno picks it up on the short hop.
And again, getting the pass in, but nobody was home. Mathis with it again. And look at all the white jerseys back there.
In on net and stop made by DiGiorno. Roseville player slipped. That gives Champlin Park an opportunity. And a ball for Carlson, a shot right up into the hands of Bella DiGiorno. One of the best scoring chance here in the second half for Champlin Park.
And again, it's Carlson. DiGiorno doing a good job standing on the ground. The ball came right to her. Champlin Park trying to put something together here.
Hannavong again feeds it to Carlson. Drop back. Marshallek. Mathis is too far out in front of her again and kept in play by DiGiorno.
Okay, these passes are just barely out of sync. If they can connect on some of these longer passes, they could start causing some problems.
Goal kick comes out to near midfield off the head of Johnston there of Roseville. Vanavong for the Rebels. Not a play on their pass intended for Mathis. Throw in for Roseville. Maria Nottestead back in along with Elsa Horsted for Roseville. Callie Tuomanen getting the pass for Norstead, broken up nicely by Vanavong, and here come the Rebels back. Nice little touch pass by Marshallek, able to feed it ahead. And trying to spring Kala on a through ball, but couldn't, and rolls all the way back to Bella DiGiorno again. Encourage her teammates as we're under 8 minutes to go. Gets the goal kick away. Across midfield. They also roll out, throw in for Roseville.
Picked off by Champlin Park.
Ball comes through, and DiGiorno again is the first one there. She's been all night.
She's been getting there 1 or 2 steps ahead of the forwards pretty much the entire match.
The midfield broken up by Freed. Kala trying to play it through to Carlson. Megan Carlson, a shot and fired it wide. Goal kick for the Raiders.
Ball thrown over the inline. Goal kick coming up for the Raiders.
Let's go look at Carlson, number 17. Okay, the wind has picked up quite a bit from left to right.
Raiders get it across midfield. Marshalik. Touch pass played in by Lindsey Carlson. Here's Megan Carlson, gets a step on the defenders out of the net. No, and they're offside.
Offside. I was gonna say, surprise, surprise. That's 12, I think. Wow, if they could just time those a little bit tighter. Yeah, it's just clearly offside. We all got excited because we thought we're going to see a goal.
Scoring chance.
So with all the chances Champlin Park's been getting, you would think they'd get something on goal, but it's not that easy to get past this prevent defense.
Lindsey Carlson played it up the middle field, broken up by the Raiders. Right side, this will roll out, throw in Roseville. No.
Champlin Park.
Off Roseville, throw in for the Rebels instead.
Oh, I thought the other way.
Comes back to Mathis on the return pass. She'll hook it toward the front of the net. DiGiorno knocks it down and hangs on.
That was a good idea. That's what we were talking about. They had the shot from the outside. Even if it was on the keeper, there was a little bit of a bobble on the ball. If it would have been another forward there, that could have been the game.
Oh, take away for Roseville.
A little hip check. That's
Horsted and Vanavong were going at it here. Here's that scoring chance a moment ago. Mathis hooking it in front, trying to get it out there, but stepping into the play was the goaltender. DiGiorno makes another stop.
Yeah, and she did the right thing also. She put her paws up there and knocked the ball down in front of her.
Gala for Carlson.
Trying to set up.
Carlson to Mathis. Back to Carlson. Freed back there defensively. Carlson, and then Freed gets a takeaway and then pushed out by Roseville. Champlin Park will get the throw in here.
Wow.
Ball comes back into play to Vanavong. And off of the Roseville defender, LaPalman out. Throw in for Vanavong. In for Kala. Paige Kala. Shot gets stopped. Back out to midfield to Lindsey Carlson. Here's Mathis. Mathis with a chance, trying to hook it toward the net, and it's the side of the cage, and out goal kick coming for Roseville.
I think that was a nice kick. The problem was the wind picked up, as we said, and that carried the ball into the side of the net. Here, see it again. Let's see if we can see a hook. Oh yeah, right there.
Under 3 minutes to go in regulation. Still no score.
And the last 25, 30 minutes have been spent pretty much on the Roseville side.
Carlson for Kala. Free it to Mathis. It's onside. Mathis coming in toward the net, trying to get it free. Does get a shot away, and DiGiorno is save.
Oh my goodness! And she had another forward right with her. If we see that again, I didn't see who that was. Tried to get the shot past the keeper. Here it is again. Nice job tracking it down. Sees where she wants to go with it. Yeah, and then ran into traffic, and DiGiorno gets the ball.
Megan Carlson was the other Rebel attacker deep. Let me get it to Mathis again. Is she going to have time to catch up with this?
She does.
Puts it out in front. Carlson knocks it down. Stop. She scores. Megan Carlson with a minute 42 has given Champlin Park the lead, 1-0.
That's what we were talking about, sending the ball in from the outside. That time, Carlson trying to set the ball up. I thought she was taking too long, and then finally gets a shot, gets a ricochet off the Giorno, and puts it in. Talk about effort. What a magnificent setup play from Carlson. You will see it again. Mathis with a nice pass. Carlson stopping it and then missed it, and then gets the rebound and buries it into the back of the net. She never gave up on it. This is beautiful. Nice, stops the ball, tries to get it, misses it. The defender is actually the one who deflected the ball. So now we'll see if the Champlin Park defense can hold off the Heart Attack kids.
Carlson, her 14th goal of the season, and 11 in the regular season, her third here in the section tournament. And now Roseville down to just 90 seconds to go in their season unless they're able to get the equalizer on the Rebels. Raiders trying to attack. Ball goes to the outside. Roseville keeps it in play, playing it to the middle. Carlson's back there defensively. Ball is loose there briefly. Shot. And Tuamanen couldn't get to the ball and cleared by Champlin Park out across midfield. DiGiorno's got to come up and play it. 1:05 to go. Across midfield they come onto the foot of Norderstedt. Hands it again. Norderstedt plays it to the middle. Ball loose. And the Rebels get it out to midfield. Mathis just step on a player. And now we'll drive it down deep. Killing more seconds off the clock. We're under 40 seconds to play.
DiGiorno with a kick. Didn't get much on it, but gets it to her other player.
Lauren Norderstedt getting it across midfield. Cleared back. Again to Mathis. Out of play. Down to 20 seconds to go. Raiders will get the throw in.
See the Rebel players on the sideline jumping up and down. They're excited.
It's going to be Champlin Park throw in.
So they can just take their time and just milk the clock.
Final seconds going off the clock. And for the first time in school history, the Champlin Park Rebels are going to the state girls soccer tournament. 1-0 over Roseville.
And a nail biter from the beginning to the end. We were talking about how these teams match up so well, and they did. Roseville doing a valiant job staying in the game. As I said, they were putting 8 or 9 players on defense, really giving Champlin Park nothing but headaches trying to get something going. Finally get the break that we were talking about. Send the ball in. Mathis with a nice cross. Carlson right there to trap it and then get the shot.
What a win for the Rebels. #1 team in the state. It's their 17th win of the season. Roseville finishes 12-6-1. It's so many close games all season and down the stretch, and tonight unable to pull it out. It's the Rebels who put on so much pressure there in the second half. Finally able to cash in late. A great effort first by Amelie Mathis to catch up to the ball and keep it in play and get it out front for Megan Carlson. Then she puts it away on the rebound and sends the Rebels to state.
Exactly, and Mathis been doing, and especially in the second half, doing a great job of getting down the right side, getting open, trying to set up a center pass or a cross, and finally it paid off. It's a good combination. Champlin Park has some good forwards with Carlson and Mathis being the recipients of the fortunate position.
We are going to take time out. The trophy celebration, or the trophy presentation, rather, is coming up. The celebration is still going on.
Yeah, that hasn't slowed down at all.
And we'll hear from the Rebels eventually as well as our post-game coming up. Champlin Park on to state in Class AA. 1-0 the final over Roseville. And we'll wrap things up here after this timeout.
love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
John Jacobson with Sig Liggery and our crew back here at Champlin Park High School, where the Rebels have just advanced to the state girls soccer tournament out of Section 5AA with a 1-0 win over Roseville, as the Raiders are getting their medals now and soon their second place trophy, and a great season for them. They finished 12-6-1, first section final for that program in 20 years. A great job for them, and Champlin Park really had to work for it tonight. They do get the win, and now we'll see the Rebels get their championship medals and then eventually the trophy in just a few moments. Let's go down to the field now for the medal and trophy presentation for the Rebels.
First place, Champlin Park Rebels, Section 5AA. We will start with the keeper. Number 1, Malia Brady. And we'll have the captains. Number 6, Grace Marshall. And number 12, Maya Elizondo. And number 15, Izzy. Now I will start from the top of the roster. Keeper, Sarah Martin. Number 2, Lindsay Carlson.
Just a little bit.
Number 3, Allie Hartig. Number 4, Maylee Mathis. Number 5, Paige Kala. Number 7, Bella Banabong. Number 8, Blessed Thomas. Number 9, Lauren Guffier. Number 10, Julia Sullivan. Number 11, Amy Shute. Number 14, Delaney Johnson. Number 15, Abby McKeon. Number 16, Caitlin Crawley. Number 17, Megan Collins. Number 18, Morgan Peach. Number 22, Sarah Dimmer. Number 23, Ava Hughes. Number 24, Kylie Lundquist.
Congratulations.
We have managers Gavin Rusewich
Not here.
and Kelsey Jensen.
Congrats.
Ellie Ashburn.
Allie, you were hiding on me.
Sorry.
Congratulations.
Jordan Volstead.
Over 10. What are you on?
Oh, sorry, guys.
You have assistant coach Megan Witsker.
Nice job.
And head coach Keith
I got a hug too, right? Congrats. Thanks.
Congratulations to the Champ Park Rebels, champions of the Section 5. Again, we'd like to thank the Roseville Raiders for a great match. Thank you very much.
Let me get that. We gotta move the bench. Same thing. Hold on, I'm calling. Oh, never mind. Is this a video?
All right, get a nice one too. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
I want to thank everybody for attending this great game. Have a safe trip home. Good night.
Oh, 19. No, it's in my face. No, it's not. Okay. My legs are burning. Yeah, we're good.
Hey, go get your fans over there. Go get your fans. Put your parents that support you your whole life.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it. First impression. My way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
A great night for the Champlin Park girls soccer program on the state for the first time in school history. 1-0 final over Roseville in the Section 5AA championship. Welcome back to Champlin Park High School. Joined now by Maylee Mathis and Megan Carlson scored the winning goal. Tell me how it broke down and how you scored.
Well, we had them at the end. We had it in their half most of the time, and I think that we were just trying to get it forward. And once we got it forward, there was no going back. And I saw Maylee coming down the right side, and she just crossed it over, and there it was.
It was great hustle, I thought, by Maylee on that play to get to that ball, right?
Yeah, we have telepathy, so I just knew what she was going to do, and I was there.
Was it getting frustrating, though, before that you had so many chances, it seemed, and either you'd be offside call or whatever, you just weren't being able to get great scoring chances on them a lot of the night, even though you were possessing the ball a lot?
I think that it was for sure getting frustrating, but I think this team has the best chemistry I've ever seen on a team, and I think that definitely held us together.
What's been the most fun about this season? Obviously going to state, but I mean just leading up to this point, what's been fun for you girls?
I think just every practice. Like, this team just knows how to have fun, and every single practice we just come, show up, and have fun. We're getting better while we're doing it.
You didn't have great weather any of the 3 games. Did you guys just try to put that out of your mind, that the cold, the rain, the snow, everything you had to deal with last Thursday, Saturday, and tonight?
Oh yeah, you just kind of gotta keep it out of your mind and have fun with it while it's here.
How much did last year help in preparing you for this year and the disappointment? I know you guys were disappointed you didn't even get to the section final last year, losing in the semis to Centennial.
I think it definitely mentally prepared us for this year. I mean, since last year we got so far, this year we really, really wanted it, and I think that we just made it work hard, twice as hard to get to it.
On to state, what does that mean to you?
It's awesome. I mean, I obviously can't stop smiling, and it's just crazy.
Congratulations. Good luck next week at the state tournament.
Thank you.
Maylee Mathis, talk about your team's play there in the second half. You really controlled play, but it was a tough night offensively, wasn't it, most of the evening, to be able to generate good scoring chances?
Yeah, it was kind of frustrating because usually we can get it like in their half and score goals easy, but they kind of did a good job at like keeping the line high, and we got a lot of offsides, so it was kind of frustrating. But at the end, I think we kind of figured it out, and we're in their half most of the time.
Was that team play as tough defensively as anybody has all season?
I would say that Maple Grove and Andover were kind of tough, hard teams like that, but I think we were kind of all very nervous going into this too, especially since Champlin Park girls soccer has not been in state yet, so it was just kind of scary, and it was all like amped up at school, so we all kind of got in our own heads.
Yeah, did you feel some of that pressure? Never going to state, #1 team in the state right now too?
Yeah, and then we never really have fans, and this game we had some people from our school coming, so it was just, we all got kind of nervous. Yeah.
How much do you love playing on this field? It's the last game here for the season.
I know, it doesn't feel like it's the last game. It goes by so quick, and I don't know. I feel like there's something special with this field for us because not a lot of teams have like grass, or like we have a huge hill in the middle of our field, so it's kind of an advantage for us. So we'll see how it is at state with like turf and all that.
It'll be a few days before you find out who you play at state. What does it take to win at the state tournament, do you think?
I think just being focused. If we play our game, we can definitely make it far. And I don't know, just being focused and being on top of our game.
For you emotionally, how do you feel right now?
I don't, it doesn't feel real yet. I feel like it'll kick in later, but I don't know. We're all kind of happy, and it's fun just seeing our seniors cry and knowing that we were a part of that and we did that for them.
Congratulations on this. Good luck next week at state.
Thank you.
Great accomplishment for this Champlin Park Rebels soccer program. Again, they win tonight 1-0. First time they've been section champions, and on to the state AA tournament. They'll find out this weekend who they'll play in the quarterfinal round. That'll do it for our telecast tonight. For Sig Library and all of our crew, thanks so much for joining us. On final score again in the Section 5AA championship, Champlin Park 1, Roseville 0.